She poured bleach onto my mother's face right there on the frigid tiles of an airport restroom, all because she thought we were too shabby, too sluggish, too unworthy of her pristine world of wealth and control. So I locked the door, shrugged off my jacket, and taught her a lesson in pain that bleach could never wash away. Her screams ricocheted, her makeup streaked, and when that door swung open again, nothing was the same. But beware, what I did next might make you rethink every restroom you enter. Airports aren't built for people like my mother Anna. Too chaotic, too glaring, too cold. Her steps were tentative, her faded wool coat missing a button from 2 winters ago. Her once lustrous hair, now gray and frail, was pinned in a shaky bun. But her eyes, God, those eyes still carried a fragile warmth, a softness that seemed too delicate for this harsh world. "Lila, this way," I approved, steering her through a sea of sleek suits and designer bags. She nodded, her usual quiet agreement, even when she didn't fully grasp where we were. Anna had a habit of calling strangers dear. Now, sometimes even me, as if her mind was fraying thread by thread, leaving only smiles and trust. A businessman shoved past her without a glance. She flinched. I stepped in front, swallowing my anger. Not here. At the check-in kiosk, I guided her trembling hands to scan her ticket. She fumbled, then beamed when the green light flashed. "You did it, Mom," I said. Her small, uncertain smile shattered me. This woman, a literature teacher for 32 years, once wielded Tolstoy and Baldwin like sacred texts. Now her hands are showing, holding a boarding pass. I left her near the restroom with a water bottle, promising I'd be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. But when I returned, she was gone. Then I heard it, a sharp, venomous voice. "She doesn't belong here. This is for travelers, not vagrants." My stomach plummeted. My legs moved on instinct. The voice came from the women's restroom, along with the acrid stench of bleach. I shoved the door open, heart pounding. The smell hit me first, then the sight, Anna on her knees by the sink, drenched in a murky puddle. Her coat clung to her like wet paper, silver hair plastered to her face. She whimpered, clawing at her stinging eyes. Towering over her was a woman in a crisp white suit, pearl earrings glinting, blonde hair immaculate. She gripped a nearly empty bleach bottle. "Get out!" she hissed, voice like a blade. "This isn't a homeless shelter." I stepped forward. "Excuse me?" The woman hoser name tag read. Marissa turned slowly, sizing me up with pale green eyes. "Oh, you're with her," she sneered. "Makes sense." My gaze flicked to the bleach, then to Anna, coughing on the floor. "You assaulted her?" I asked, voice low, nails biting into my palms. Marissa scoffed. She was squatting by the sink, muttering, soaking her scarf like a lunatic. "I thought she was one of those drifters." "Drifters?" I echoed. She shrugged. "Or deranged. Hard to tell." I knelt by Anna, who flinched at my touch. Her eyes were red, her cheeks blistered. "You have no idea what you've done," I said, rising. Marissa laughed. "Spare me the theatrics. People like her don't belong in public if they can't behave." People like her. Like Anna was a stain to be erased. Something cold and heavy coiled in my chest, not rage, but something slower, darker. Marissa turned to leave. "Keep your trash out of my space," she muttered. I reached the door first, locked it. She spun around, startled. "What the hell?" I set my jacket down. "You touched the wrong woman today." Her eyes widened as I stepped closer. She backed up. "No one should see their mother humiliated like that," I said. "Drenched, broken, treated like nothing. If you believe no parent deserves that, type 7 in the comments for every mother overlooked." Marissa's heels clicked against the tiles. "You're making a mistake," she warned, voice tighter. "No," I said, closing the gap. "You made the mistake. You doused my mother in bleach because her coat was worn," her voice shaky, "because you thought she wasn't fit to exist near you." "She was filthy," Marissa snapped, pointing at Anna, still whimpering. People like her spread disease. You're the disease, I growled, my voice trembling with raw fury. You think you decide who's clean enough to exist? Marissa lifted her chin, but her eyes betrayed her, a twitch, a step back. I'm a public figure, she boasted. I run a multi-million-dollar HOA. I have lawyers' sponsors. I'll have you arrested. Arrest me, I said icily. I'd love to tell a judge you soaked a 74-year-old woman in chemicals because she used a sink you deemed unfit for her. Her laugh cracked. Do you know what bleach does to asthma? I pressed. Or is your wealth so blinding you can't see human skin? Get out of my way. She lunged, shoving past. I grabbed her wrist, slammed it against the stall door. The bleach bottle clattered, splashing her pristine shoes. Touch me again, I hissed, and you'll leave this airport on a stretcher. Marissa stumbled back, eyes wild. You're insane! No, I said. I'm done staying silent. Anna coughed behind me, a frail sound that twisted my gut. I pointed at her. That woman taught kids for decades. She built lives. What have you done, Marissa? Bullied lawns and gate codes? Her back hit the wall. Stay away, she gasped, hands raised. I didn't stop. Scream, I dared. Security will love the footage. The world will love seeing the HOA queen soaked in her lies. This is assault, she shrieked. No, I said, slamming the stall door shut with a bang. This is a consequence. I kicked the bleach bottle. It skidded into the sink. You poured acid on someone's mother to feel superior. She was contaminating the place, Marissa yelled, clinging to her crumbling control. I lunged, slamming my palm into her chest, pinning her against the sink. Her pearl earrings popped off, clattering to the floor. I begged you to stop, I snarled. But you saw a burden, not a person. She swung. I caught her wrist, twisted, and drove my elbow into her forearm, hard enough to hurt. Marissa crumpled, mascara streaming like ink. I grabbed her collar, dragged her to the toilet stall. She thrashed, screamed, but it was hollow. Say her name, I demanded, shoving her toward the bowl. I don't know it, she choked. Exactly, I hissed. Because you never cared. I let go. She collapsed, trembling, a shadow of the tyrant she'd been. I turned to Anna, kneeling by her. It's okay, Mom. She can't hurt you now. Marissa whimpered behind me, but I didn't look back. I pulled out my phone and hit record. No, don't film, she shrieked, scrambling back. I pointed the camera at her. You drenched my 74-year-old mother in bleach, I said calmly. You called her trash. You mocked her age. All because she wasn't fast enough for your world. She was lurking like a degenerate, Marissa spat. I stepped closer. She was rinsing a scarf my father gave her before he died. The camera caught her freeze. I panned to Anna, her skin blotchy, eyes dazed. This is what power does in the wrong hands, I said. Marissa Collins, HOA president, believes the elderly are burdens to be scrubbed out. You don't get to be clean after this, I told her. She lunged for my phone. I sidestepped. She tripped into the puddle she'd made, pearls scattering like broken promises. I leaned down, still filming. You tried to erase my mother. Now you're the stain. Footsteps echoed outside. Security. I hit upload, sent the video to the cloud, and crouched by Anna. Let them see, I whispered. The video exploded to 20,000 views before security breached the door. Hashtags, #Bleach Marissa, #elder abuse, trended. News outlets from TMZ to CNN looped the story. Marissa's face, swollen and wild, was everywhere. Comments flooded in. This is who runs our neighborhoods. Sue her into oblivion. My grandma has dementia. If this happened to her, I'd lose it. Whistleblowers emerged. Marissa fined a veteran for a flag, evicted a disabled couple over a garden. and called the elderly curb appeal killers. Her HOA board ousted her. Sponsors fled. Her mansion sprouted in, evicted, sign, graffitied and crooked. I sat by Anna in the hospital, her frail hand in mine. She didn't recall the bleach, only my voice, my protection. A nurse thanked me. That could have been my mom. I ignored interview requests, letting the footage speak. A letter from a stranger whose wife had dementia said, "You protected all of us." A week later, I returned to the airport. A plaque by the restroom mirror honored those overlooked. I traced it, bowed, not for the cameras, but for Anna, who never fought back. Because I did. Because I'd do it again. Was I right to fight violence with violence? Was Marissa a monster or a product of a cruel system? Some call my actions justice, others say I went too far. What do you think? Comment below, share your story of standing up for someone or wishing you had. Did I cross a line, or was it the only way? Your voice matters. Hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs to know they're not alone. Let's keep this conversation alive.